All right, we back, twin. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. It's just really been on my mind still, this whole Tom Aspinall, Surreal Gone thing. Because I see both sides, right? I see the niggas that's hating on Tom. I see the people that's not. I, I see overcompensation. I see spin kicks, apparently, from Jon Jones. But I see a lot of things saying, really, more so that Gane was just off and away with the fight. That's a oversimplification. It was competitive for the little 2 minutes, but no, what was it, like 3 minutes? Once the fight went over like 3 minutes, I'm like, oh, we actually seeing a real test for Tom. Because one, Surreal Gone stayed outside of his jab. He took his time. He really went forward, stuck to his game plan, and tried to shake the rhythm of Tom, right? And he even busted Tom's nose, which made a lot of people, I feel like the thing that made him great was how fast he was beating people, and it led people to think, what will it take to get him tested? The problem with that, though, is they saw him get hit with a jab by a heavyweight that busted his nose and gave him some color. It didn't break his nose, but like it just gave him some color. And that first sign of vulnerability has like lit a fire in the community. And that's what I'm saying. We're at the point where people are saying it like Gane was just off and away. It wasn't that. Tom made adjustments. He started checking his leg kicks. He did crazy stuff I've never seen him do, like spinning back kicks like he was Edson Barboza. And he was working on his counters. He worked his straights. His main thing has always been his 1-2, but he was really working his straights on Gane and giving him a problem with that. And the next thing Gane held his hand out for like I think the third or fourth time that fight, which he's always done. He's always done that. That's why he has a problem with eye pokes. But this time, it eye poked Tom, and again, it led to the stop of the fight. I don't think Tom quit. I really do think the eye poke was bad. I feel like people were focusing on the wrong things. They're saying like he grabbed the wrong eye. He got poked in both eyes. One looks worse. One, I don't know how to explain it. One is like it looks like it goes in his eye. The other one like scrapes his eye or whatever. The thing is, you could very much have, and people keep saying his eyes were closed. Your eyelids aren't hard. I don't know why this has been a main thing too. Like your eyelids aren't hard. They aren't a shield for your eyes. They're a shield for dust, not a shield for force. So like you could close your eyes, and if I just smack the shit out of you, you know what I mean? You're still gonna feel it. But the main thing with that is he got jabbed in both his eyes. Now the damage, which again they said there was no damage, there was no like structural damage, like he doesn't have a severed orbital like below Muhammad. That doesn't mean his eye wasn't negated to the point where he couldn't fight. And another thing, I don't know where all this hate came from. It's like once something went slightly wrong, everybody that loved Tom just hated him, and I guess have been convinced that he quit. But I really just don't get where the quitting narrative comes from. It's like UFC fandom is so wishy-washy. I'm not a wishy-washy like person, but I've realized a lot of the community most sports, the community is mostly casual. You don't make your money off of hardcores. Hardcores are always going to be a smaller part than the casual guy that just wants to go and watch something for fun. But damn, like I've never seen a switch up so fast on a fighter. This is ridiculous. And the crazy part is, I do think in the rematch, I think he looked great. I think he came in some of the best shape of his whole career. And I do think the rematch, which should be like January or February, it's going to be, which another thing, that's going to be a big thing for Paramount because that's when the Paramount deal kicks in, I believe. So it's not even going to be on pay-per-view. It's just going to be on a streaming service. So that's a little bit better. But man, I don't know why he's been switched up on so bad. Everybody loved Tom, and now they hate him and have convinced themselves that he quit. And I just really don't think quit is the word. I watched somebody quit. We watched somebody quit against Dan Hooker. Was it Chrome Gracie or someone else? But we've seen people quit. I really think Tom was fouled, and we need to make stricter things on eye pokes. I really do think there will be less eye pokes if you literally just made it more of a punishment. Third fight, by the way. But I do think if you just gave it more of a punishment, people would be more aware to just go ahead and close their fist That's always the problem. I promise you. If you make a punishment strict, people will make sure they don't do it. They'll be conscious. But that's my opinion on it. But on the other side, I do think Gane looked great. And I think Gane can beat Aspinall. I don't think Aspinall is some unstoppable force. Everybody has flaws. The problem with heavyweight is Aspinall could be better than you. And you get clipped, or you could be Surreal Gane, and then somebody like Derek Lewis, slow, stagnant feet, like power from hell, and then next thing you know, you were perfect for 30 minutes, it's 25-minute fight. You were perfect for like 22 minutes, and then boom, you get tapped, and next thing you know, your jaw's on the floor, and you're looking up at the lights. So that's the thing with heavyweight MMA, but Gane and Aspinall, really just a good fight. It's good for the division. Now we have to wait. And yeah, also, UFC's damn near got a gambling scandal on their hands. Man's clearly just threw a fight, a credentialed wrestler, all that stuff. Man's knew everything to do on the ground, and somehow forgot how to defend a rear naked choke. That's crazy. And another thing about that I think is crazy is pretty much the UFC got warned by, I think, the FBI and the sports books like FanDuel and stuff like that, and they just let the fight happen anyway. And then both threw the fight. So that's even bigger problem. I don't know. I feel like the UFC has been kind of, they don't care about their fighters. They care about the brand. And when I say they, it's more so Dana White. But he cares about the brand more than he cares about the people, which you kind of have to have a healthy balance of both. Because best believe, if I'm on 5-5 and 10-10, and somebody comes to me and say, "Hey, you want to make $100,000?" I'm questioning it. But that's just me, man. That's about it. I'm trolling this Jon Jones. I don't know why he keeps doing this, but as soon as he really goes for a guillotine and I don't want to stop it, the fight will be over. I'm not editing that out. I just fucking coughed. The thing is, though, MMA is in a real weird space right now. All power to the next card. We're finally getting a good card. We're getting Islam. We're getting all that. We're getting elite fighters fighting each other. And good prospects fighting each other. So, there are things to look forward to. And that's about it. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate the view. And, we pumping out more videos, man. But yeah, just had to get this out. It's a little late. I don't really care this late, but I had to get my thoughts out, man. Anyway, see you in the next vid.